There she is.
There he is. Richard Campbell.
What?
Richard Campbell, you are in breach of an intervention order. You're coming down the Mount Thomas Police Station to answer some questions. Do you understand?
Yeah, all right. All right.
Go, sir, just this way, thanks.
You gonna let me out of these
You
things?
just calm down, sir.
Calm down. You could have broken my back.
Sergeant. We approached Mr. Campbell and he ran, so we pursued him.
I've been thrown on the ground, handcuffed, chucked in the back of a police car for doing what?
You know what you were doing, mate.
Can you try and get this guy to see some reason? Caitlin asked me to meet her.
The intervention order forbids you to have any contact with your stepdaughter.
This way, please, sir.
He was with the girl.
Just as Sharon Campbell told us.
Did he try to resist arrest?
Yeah, I wish you would have tried a bit harder.
Perhaps Dash and I had better conduct the interview.
No, it'll be all right.
Well, just keep your personal feelings out of it, all right?
Fair enough.
Her mother took that order out, not Caitlin.
I know I backed Mrs. Campbell's application. The order was granted, sir, because your wife said you molested your stepdaughter.
She lied.
Really?
I was never charged. She made the whole thing up.
Why'd she do that, sir?
We're getting a divorce. That's what this is all about.
Well, explain it to us, please.
Well, there's some land that she wants to get hold of. Obviously, she thinks if she can ruin my business there, I'll have to hand it over.
What business might that be?
I've developed it as an adventure camp.
What, for children?
Scout groups, school parties, yes.
Can you see, sir, why some people in this town might not be keen to trust their children with you?
But I haven't done anything. She's using the intervention order to try and get leverage. Pulled the same stunt with her first husband.
The point, sir, is the intervention order is current. You breached it by approaching your stepdaughter.
You've got my husband in custody.
Constable Cooper will look after you.
You are?
Sharon Campbell. Not for much longer, thank
I
God.
shall be receiving a summons, sir.
Are you letting him go?
Caitlin, tell them.
Mr. Campbell says his stepdaughter asked him to meet her.
Well, he's lying. I mean, why would you want to see him after what he's done? Bloody pedophile.
Don't worry, Mrs. Campbell. Your husband's not going to bother you again.
Your husband faces a stiff fine and a possible jail sentence, but until he goes to court, there's nothing I can do.
But this isn't the first time he's been waiting outside school for Caitlin.
Is that right? Caitlin?
Yeah, that's right.
Look, I've explained the seriousness of the situation to your husband, Mrs. Campbell.
So the order isn't worth the paper it's written on.
We'll do everything we can, Mrs. Campbell.
Well, you sound cheerful.
I just got a big dinner booking for Saturday night. The entire dining room, top wine, smoked salmon, roast turkey, Stilton, vintage ports, the works.
Oh, very nice. What's the occasion?
Oh, some business deal between Sharon Campbell and Celia Donald they've got going with a bunch of city blokes. I think Sharon's turning her ex's place into a conference centre.
I just met Sharon. She doesn't strike me as the businesswoman type.
Oh, she's got a keen eye for the main chance, that one. Mind you, I'm surprised Richard sold his uncle's place. Must have needed to.
Yeah, I guess so.
Here's your lunches.
Thanks. Well, the resort idea's been floated before, but it never got very far.
Well, if Celia's involved, there might be something in it. Thank you
The
very much.
thing is, if Campbell's right about Sharon and his land, it gives her a perfect motive for setting him up.
This guy's guilty. Otherwise, I wouldn't have applied for the order, and the magistrate would never have granted it.
Yeah, but there is something not quite
There's
right.
something not quite right about Campbell. Yes.
But is he a pedophile?
Well, look, did you see the way he ran when I approached him outside the school? And he's opened up this adventure camp for kids.
I thought he had the gym in town.
No, he sold that. He's opened up this place out in Ketchers Gorge Road.
I'll tell you what, though, it wouldn't be the first time a woman's laid charges of molestation in a messy divorce case.
It wouldn't be the first time a woman's sued for divorce from her husband because he's a piece of dirt, but we'll find out for ourselves. Come on, let's have a chat with him. And bring your lunch. Yeah, I told you. He's a rock spider. Mr. Campbell!
What's Sharon said now, that I'm really burying backpackers in the bush?
Mr. Campbell, I don't think allegations of paedophilia are a laughing matter.
Yeah, I agree. They could ruin me.
Well, there you go, mate. This is your chance. Set the record straight. What exactly is your relationship with your stepdaughter?
Affectionate. She's a sweet kid. See, Caitlin doesn't see anything of her real father. I'm the only male role model she's got. And maybe Sharon misinterpreted. She keeps seeing Caitlin like she's a little kid. Doesn't see that she's growing up. And I treat her more like a friend.
So Sharon saw this friendship as something more?
Mothers get pretty jealous of their growing daughters.
Maybe you gave a good reason to, Mr. Campbell.
You are determined to twist everything I say, aren't you?
Mr. Campbell, you said in your interview that she pulled the same stunt with her first husband.
Peter Mitchell, that's right.
What did you mean by that?
Well, she accused him of molestation. Same scenario, same reason. Bragged about it when she took out the intervention order against me.
Was the charge proved?
Don't think so.
Do you have any idea where we could find this Peter Mitchell?
Sydney, I think. If she can make this mud stick, I'm gonna lose everything. Just mind the edge there, Constable.
If I wasn't certain before, I'm sure now.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, come on, what about his affectionate relationship with his little girl who's growing up?
Well, he's just trying to explain why Sharon would come up with allegations of sexual
sure?
abuse. I understand it.
Do you?
Yeah, my nieces cuddle up to their dads all the time. My sisters get mad about it.
But they don't accuse their husbands of abuse, do they? That's the difference.
Okay, this morning at the school, Caitlin was startled, not frightened. Later on in here, she was more scared of her mum than her dad.
He said it's all the girl's fault.
That is not what he said.
Hey, there is nothing about Campbell on record. I mean, before this intervention order, he was so clean he squeaked.
See?
That doesn't mean anything.
Why wasn't Caitlin medically examined at the time?
Because she'd been through enough.
So why didn't Sharon let
The
her see
girl
a child protection
was
worker?
traumatised. She didn't want to speak about it.
So you didn't interview her at all?
No, mate, I didn't. I mean, she came in with a mother. I couldn't get 2 words out of that little girl. And you would have all done what I did. I went for the intervention order and the magistrate backed me up. End of story.
So, how did you go?
He's as guilty
didn't
as
do
sin that
anything.
time.
Thank you very much. That's a great help.
I reckon that thing should be closed down, at least temporarily.
I reckon we should talk to Caitlin's natural father.
What good's that going to do?
Because Sharon said he interfered with the little girl as well.
Yeah, she certainly can pick him.
Yeah, 1 woman, 2 child molesters. What are the chances? I reckon Campbell's telling the truth.
He couldn't lie straight in bed.
All right. He hasn't been charged with anything.
Look, boss, Caitlin might not be the only one. Now, we should talk to parents, other kids, anyone who's come into contact with Campbell at that camper fizz.
And start a great big panic.
Hey, why don't we start with the employer and see what turns up there?
Good idea. Look, if this bloke is a pedophile, I'm as anxious to close him down as you are, but let's follow procedure and collect some evidence, eh?
Miss O'Grady, isn't it? You're an instructor at Camp Argle.
Yeah. Well, I had the inside running when I applied for the job.
How's that?
Richard's my brother-in-law.
So you're Sharon Campbell's sister, are you?
Yeah, I know. It's a pretty terrible situation to be caught in the middle of.
Hmm.
So what's all this about? That intervention order thing?
Well, we're just making some general inquiries.
Richard's in strife, yeah, for breaching this order?
Well, that's up to the courts to decide. But what I would like to ask you is whether you've ever had any problems with him.
What sort of problems?
You know, improper behaviour.
Not me, no.
He likes him younger, does he?
That's not what I meant. Look, Richard's been very good to me, and Sharon and I are really close. They've got some pretty serious problems right now, but they're going to have to work it out themselves. I'm not going to take sides.
Good on you. Rightio, thanks for coming, Miss O'Grady. Cheers. You right there?
Hi, Lisa.
Mount Thomas Police, Constable McKinley speaking.
I've got that book I told you about.
Yes, Mr. Mitchell.
You're Ryan Turner, are you?
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be
Ryan
pleased
Turner?
to hear that.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, I'll
just
pass the
take a
message
seat
on.
there, will you?
Right.
Constable
Yeah,
McKinley,
thank you
you
very
right?
much.
Off the phone, please, come on.
What's Lisa doing in here?
She's just helping us with our inquiries, sir, like you.
Yes, sir. So, how can I help?
You work at Camp Argle.
I used to. I got the push last week.
What is that?
Well, last on, first off. I don't know. No hard feelings. Look, what's all this about?
Well, just making some inquiries regarding Richard Campbell.
Well, I can tell you I wasn't surprised when his wife gave him a push.
What was that?
Well, if Lisa didn't need the job, I'm sure she would have complained about his wandering hands by now.
So Richard Campbell likes the ladies, does he?
More enough for the girls. He likes them young.
How young?
You tell me. Hasn't he got an intervention order against him?
Can you tell us anything more specific, Mr. Turner?
Nothing I can put my finger on.
So let me get this straight. It was Mr. Campbell that dismissed you from your employment at Camp Argle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No concrete evidence from Ryan, but I did speak to Peter Mitchell, Caitlin's dad.
Does he back up Campbell's story?
Reckons Sharon's a sick woman and sends Campbell his sympathy.
Well, he would say that, wouldn't he?
There's no proof either way.
Do you know Sharon refused to let Caitlin be medically examined that time too? It's a bit sus.
And she's quite within her rights to do that.
Oh, you want to be pretty sure that there was no physical damage.
Boss, I'd like to have another chat to Caitlin. Just tell her the consequences of making a false
Not
statement.
without her mother, you don't.
Yeah, but with Sharon hanging around, you can't get anything
You
out
know
of her.
the rules, McKinley.
Oh, God, I'm late. School resources officer. I had to give a bike head class to the Year 7s.
Isn't Caitlin in Year 7?
Is she? I'd forgotten.
And I'm sure you'd all like to welcome Constable McKinley.
Thank you, Miss Peck. Now, today we were going to talk about Bike Ed, but I'm going to leave that for next week because there is another more important topic to talk about.
Well, thank you, Dash. It was lively, as always. Oh, not now, Caitlin. Constable,
no,
let's
that's
go.
all right. Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
What is it?
It's about what you just said, you know, about committing perjury and how people who did it could get into big trouble.
Yeah?
Can you go to jail for it?
Yes, you can. But that would be unlikely if the person who was lying would change their minds to tell the truth.
What if you don't actually lie, but don't tell...
Tell the whole truth either. Well, technically it's not perjury, but it kind of has the same effect. Because if you tell a lie in court, the person could be found guilty of something they didn't actually do.
And go to jail?
Yeah, sometimes.
There's something I need to tell you.
What's going on? What are you doing here?
I just gave a talk to Caitlin's class on the law.
Constable, my daughter has been through enough lately without you coming down to her
No,
school...
Mrs. Campbell, I often come down and give a talk to the kids.
Under whatever pretense, and harassing her further. Come on.
Since when was perjury on the Year 7 curriculum, McKinley?
Boss, I just thought it would help.
Well, you thought wrong. I don't appreciate it when I get calls from irate mothers claiming their children are being harassed by one of my members.
Caitlin. Hi, what can we do for you?
I don't want Richard to go to prison. I did ask him to meet me at school.
Now, Caitlin, are you sure about this?
We've had sex ed classes at school. I know if he was trying to... you know...
Oh, Caitlin, you haven't been pressured into saying any of this, have you?
The only pressure I got was when Mum told me I had to lie about Richard. No matter what she says, he never touched me.
What the hell is going on? Why is Caitlin here? Have you been hassling her again?
No, Mrs. Campbell, your daughter came here of her own accord.
But surely you can't do that. I have to be present.
She asked us not to contact you.
She's just made a statement before two of my members in the presence of her teacher. Mrs. Campbell, are you aware that making a false statement before a magistrate constitutes perjury? It carries a very heavy penalty.
You got your daughter to set up that meeting this morning, then tipped us off.
That's ridiculous. Besides, he did breach the order, and he knows he's not supposed to talk to her.
Caitlin has also told us that her stepfather has never touched her inappropriately.
You made that up, too, and you swore to it.
Well... Look, I saw the way he looked at her. It was just a matter of time and opportunity.
But no actual offence.
Well, not yet, maybe. But it would have, and I had to protect my
You've
daughter.
wasted our time, accused an innocent man...
He's
and
guilty, all right.
And you have coerced your daughter into backing you up.
But you would be on his side, wouldn't you? I mean, you're all the bloody same.
We'll be looking into this whole matter further. It's likely that the order will be varied or revoked. There's also the possibility that you'll be charged with making a false report. Do you understand?
Why didn't you give your real dad a call in Sydney and talk to him about how you're feeling?
Sydney? Dad left years ago. Went to Bangkok. Mum said he never came back.
No, I think you better ask your mum to explain some things to you.
Caitlin, how could you?
Your daughter deserves to be commended for her honesty in coming forward, Mrs. Campbell, not penalised in any way. Do you understand? I think you two have got a bit of talking to do.
Come on, let's go.
Hello, Mount Thomas Police Station, Constable Cooper speaking.
Everything all right?
Yeah, I'll talk to you later, okay?
Can we help you?
Yes, I want to take out an intervention order. He phones me and he just talks and talks. He sent me a letter and flowers every day since we broke up.
Oh, you had a relationship with this man then?
Yeah, look, it only lasted a couple of months and I broke it off 3 weeks ago.
Well, maybe this poor fella's just trying to win you back.
Well, he's not going to. He doesn't own me.
These letters, did they contain any threats at all?
No, not really. It's soppy poetry, you know, God meant us to be together for an eternity, that sort of thing.
So he hasn't threatened you or physically abused you in any way?
No, nothing like that.
It doesn't really sound like he's doing anything wrong.
You don't understand. He won't take no for an answer. And he's... I don't know, he's scary, he's weird.
Have you brought any of these letters with you?
They've gone straight in the bin. But there'll be one waiting for me when I get home. I can bring it in tomorrow if you want.
That'd be good.
And the intervention order?
Look, Miss O'Grady, rather than go bother a magistrate at the moment, why don't we just go down and have a stern word with this man?
He may not realise that he's distressing you.
I suppose. All right, but if it doesn't work, you'll help me apply for an intervention order?
Of course.
Now, what's this fellow's name?
Afternoon, Mr. Turner. You mind if we have a quick chat? Just got a couple of questions for you. Listen, how long have you known Lisa O'Grady for?
Oh, about 6 months. We met at Campbell's gym. We were both working there. Look, what's this about?
We've received a complaint.
Bloody Richard.
No, sir, from Miss O'Grady herself.
Why? What about?
Well, Miss O'Grady says you're pestering her. You're sending her flowers, you're making phone calls, you're sending her presents.
But I've never felt like this about anyone.
Miss O'Grady tells us, sir, that your relationship is at an end. You've broken up.
Oh, we've had a lover's tiff. I'm just trying to get her back, explain how I feel.
Well, she doesn't return your feelings. Now, she's come to us for help because she can't seem to get that through to you.
No, we're in love.
Mr. Turner, you're frightening her.
Frightened? I just thought it was a hiccup in the relationship. You know, the course of true love.
Look, mate, do yourself a favour, will you? Give her a bit of breathing space. Don't send her any flowers. Don't send her any chocolates. Send her nothing.
But how will she know I still love her if I don't tell her?
She doesn't care, mate. She doesn't want to know. So you just leave her alone. Leave her alone.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Apologise to Lisa for me, will you?
How'd it go?
We've had a word with Mr. Turner. He understands the situation.
Well, he hasn't got any priors anyway. Well?
Oh, I feel a bit sorry for him, really. I think she was in it for a bit of a fling and now he's stuck in a replay of Romeo and Juliet.
Well, we all know how that ended, so I'd be inclined to err on the side of caution.
Oh, please, I've already hung one innocent bloke out to dry today.
It's your call, but I'd back the intervention.
We haven't even seen any of these letters this bloke's supposed to have written. I think that stupid sister put her up to it.
You could be leaving yourself wide open here.
Yeah, but if he doesn't pay any attention to the warning, it's another matter, please.
All right. Just make sure you follow it up.
Righto.
Oh, speaking of follow-ups, is someone going to give Richard Campbell the good news?
Yes, I'll do that. Come on, Margaret. Do you fancy a ride in the country?
Hello!
Good. It's been like a nightmare.
Well, you're not completely out of the woods, Mr. Campbell. There is the matter of breaching the intervention order.
Yeah, but there was no basis for the order in the...
Sir, an intervention order's an order.
But I'm sure that the courts will take all the circumstances into consideration.
Nice of you to drop in.
So, did you talk to Ryan?
Yes, we did.
Did you get him to agree to leave me alone?
Mr. Turner agreed to make no further contact with you, Miss O'Grady.
Good. He's a big nuisance.
You knew about it, did you?
Yeah, why do you think I gave him the flick pass?
Fair enough. Well, let's get back to it then.
We've got a group of high school kids coming in tomorrow for a class. It's Caitlin's class, actually. Is it all right if I speak to her?
Well, you should be right, but for your own sake, sir, I wouldn't be alone with her. I don't need to tell you, your wife's not a very happy woman.
What am I going to do with a kilo of smoked salmon, a roast turkey and all the trimmings?
What happened to Sharon Campbell, do?
See, your Donald just rang and cancelled.
Because Richard gets to keep the adventure camp, the deal is off.
Hey, Chris, why don't you have one of those Christmas in July parties? No, I went to one a couple of years ago. Remember, it was great fun.
Listen, I'll have a talk to the bunch of groceries tonight. I'm sure he'll make up the
Just give me
numbers.
5
I
minutes.
said no!
If you just listen.
Mr. Turner, leave her alone. I think you better leave. You agreed not to come near Miss O'Grady.
You've turned her against me.
No.
Lisa, whatever I've done to upset you, I can make it right.
Fine, just go away and leave me alone.
You heard what she said, sir. I think you better go.
I love you, Lisa. Just remember that.
Yeah, right, Miss O'Grady.
Yeah, I'm all right. Now will you believe me?
Yes, Miss O'Grady, I'll take your statement now. First thing in the morning, I'll serve him an interim intervention order. Just come in. This way.
Hey, Nick, there's no sign of life around the back.
There's no car either.
Oh, Lisa's got her order. All we've got to do is hand it to him.
MPH.
Well, he'll turn up sooner or later.
Look, let's just check on Lisa O'Grady to make sure.
Cedar Mount Thomas 208.
Mount Thomas 208.
Yours is a rock climbing accident, Camp Argyle, Pitchers Gorge Road. Informant Heather Woods. Ambulance called and on the way.
I received that VKC, ETA 10 minutes. Get out of the way, please. Everybody, just stand back. Everybody, get out of the way of the police car. Oh, thank God you're here. Is the ambulance on its way? It's going to be about 5 minutes.
The rope just snapped. What's happened?
Just stay here for
Will
now.
she be okay?
She'll be fine. Stay here.
It's Lisa O'Grady. She's in a bad way.
What happened?
She fell on a rock face about 20 metres.
When?
About half an hour ago. How is she, do you know?
I have to do some x-rays. I'll give you a call down the station. We've got some news.
Look, I'd like to stay here and see how she is, if you don't mind.
Okay, we'll grab you some coffee. You can wait in my office.
Cheers.
Crystal. Okay. Please excuse me for a minute.
So, what do we got?
Oh, not a lot. It's like the climbing rope gave way. But I reckon we should get it up to forensics. Look at this.
So it's not faulty equipment then?
Oh, surely it'd take a hell of a lot to frame one of these.
Oh, incompetence. Where's Campbell?
Haven't seen him.
Oh, one of the boys is asthmatic. He forgot his puffer. Richard drove him home to get it before the accident.
Right. Just one over a word, please. Can you tell us what happened?
I saw it.
Okay, you want to tell us what you saw?
Auntie Lisa showed us the harness we'd be using. Someone said they were scared of heights. She just laughed and said it was safer than crossing the road.
Mm-hmm. And then what did she do?
She put the harness on, climbed up over the cliff, and jumped off. I've seen her do it heaps of times. Her and Richard. But this time...
It's all right, sweetie. You take your time. Can you tell us what happened next?
She hit the first mark. But when she pushed off again, she just fell. Like the rope snapped. It was awful.
Well, did you notice anyone unusual hanging around?
There was someone now you mention it, a young bloke.
What? About this tall, dark hair?
Yeah, that's him. He was waiting by the gate when the bus came through. Caitlin said he looked like her auntie's old boyfriend.
So the x-rays indicate a broken arm and an unstable fracture in the neck.
She's got a broken neck.
Yeah.
Correct.
And if we don't get it stabilised, there's a serious risk of quadriplegia. She's in the theatre now having a spinal halo fitted.
What's a spinal halo?
Oh, it keeps the head and neck immobile. You know, we drill small holes in the skull and insert steel rods to keep the halo in place.
She's not going to be able to make a statement, is she?
I'll give it about 24 hours. I'll keep you posted.
No, thanks. Anyway, I'll drop back later, see how she is.
It's an awful lot of police involvement for a straightforward climbing accident.
She applied for an intervention order. I didn't grant it.
Right. Well, you know, there's not much more you can do here. Why don't you get out there and find out what happened?
Has anyone seen Ryan Turner? On a word with him?
Mate, it might have been an accident.
You wouldn't say that if you saw him at the pub last night.
He was trying to give her a book of poetry.
After being told very strongly to stay away from that woman.
Yeah, well, he didn't look that violent.
Yeah, the next day, Lisa O'Grady's rope breaks. I don't think that's a coincidence, do you?
Doyle, you talk to him too. What do you think?
He could be a bit of a worry. It's definitely worth talking to him.
All right, go and bring him in. McKinley.
Go on, Dash. You can drive. We've had Mother's Day, haven't we?
Yep.
Hey, now where do you think you're going?
What's it to you? It's a free country. Not for you, it isn't, matey. Come here. Come here.
Listen, I demand to be told what's going on.
Just sit down, Mr. Turner, please. Sit down. Interview between Senior Detective Hasham, Sergeant Schultz and Ryan Turner commencing 11 a.m. Now, Mr. Turner, can you tell us your movements from the time you left the Imperial Hotel last night?
I only went to see Lisa to apologise for upsetting her.
Your movements, sir?
I went to my creative writing class in St David's. I was there for 2 hours, Came home, had something to eat, went to bed.
And this morning?
Went for a run, had breakfast. Then I tried to find Campbell to see if I could get my job back.
Was that at Camp Argyle?
Yeah. Why?
Well, we were called out to an accident involving Miss O'Grady this morning.
Lisa's had an accident.
No, mate, just sit down.
Now listen, I've got to go to her.
No, you sit down. Sit down.
How is she?
How is she, Mr. Turner? She's in a very serious condition. That's why she's in hospital.
Have you seen her since last night?
No, I haven't. If you'd let me talk to her, then this would never have happened.
Why is that?
We'd have been together and I would have looked after her.
Well, you say you haven't seen her since last night.
That's right.
Well, you were seen at the gates of the adventure camp.
I told you I went to see Campbell. I love Lisa. I would never do anything to hurt her.
Perhaps she thought if she was injured, she'd turn to you for help. What? Is that how it was?
No. No!
You said that you wanted to look after her.
Not like that. I love Lisa. Listen, I've got to go to her. She needs me.
It's got to be that enough.
Yes, I agree that Turner's dead sus, but we can't hold him.
What about his so-called alibi?
He was by himself. We can't prove anything.
Mate, he's obsessed with this girl. She rejects him, then she ends up in hospital with a broken neck. What more do you need?
Evidence, Schultz. Without a forensic report, we don't even know if a crime's been committed. We can't hold him any longer. All right, Mr. Turner, you're free to go.
I should never have been brought in here. I need to be with Lisa.
Mr. Turner, you've been served with an interim intervention order. If you go anywhere near Miss O'Grady or try to contact her in any way, you'll suffer the consequences. Do you understand?
I understand.
Hey, I've got my eye on you, mate. Remember that.
Oh, Mr. Campbell, hello. No,
Why
it's
don't
not
you
the
go
door.
to the hospital and see how the girl is? You're not doing yourself any good here.
We just need to have a chat. All right, it won't be long. Okay, bye-bye. That was Mr. Campbell. He's back at camp.
Oh, let's go.
If there's anything I can do to help to catch the bastard that did this... Well, we're just trying to determine if it was an accident. Now, is it possible the rope could have been faulty? Well, all my gear's new, or near new. I bought it when I was setting the place up. Have a look for yourself.
Well, everything looks in order. Do you do all the maintenance?
Yeah, check all the gear before every climb. It was all in order.
Caitlin said that it looked like it just gave way.
These are high-tensile nylon ropes. The first sign of fraying, they get chucked out. They don't just give way.
Well, the rope we've got under examination at the moment looks like it's done just that.
Well, if it's equipment failure, it means it's been tampered with.
All right. So who would have access to the material?
During the day, just about anyone, but it'd be too busy, too many people around to try anything.
Overnight?
It's all locked up in the shed at night.
Are you the only one with access to keys?
There's a few sets lying around at home. All the staff have a set.
So, when a staff member leaves, they could hang on to the keys then, right?
Ryan Turner. Yeah, they could. Look, can we finish here? I want to go and see Lisa.
No, I don't think that's a good idea, sir. We've still got further inquiries to make. Thank you.
How you going?
Back again?
Yes, I'll just pop in.
Any idea who's responsible?
You got a fair idea. Hey, Shane.
Oh, she's resting comfortably.
Hey, what are you doing?
Get out!
Put that down. You come down the station. Put it down. Put it down.
Go near him. Just stay back.
You're not going to separate us ever again. Close the door. You all think I did this to Lisa. I love her.
Well, mate, think about what you're doing to her then.
I'm not hurting her.
Yeah, but Ryan, you could. Slightest pressure on that spinal halo, she could end up a quadriplegic.
No, you're lying. She'll wake up soon and I'll explain everything and we'll leave together.
No, Mr. Turner, you can't do that.
Don't tell me what I can't do!
Calm yourself down, will you?
Slightest movement on that and she's going to end up paralysed.
Just shut up! You're not in charge here, I am.
Okay, mate, if you're in charge, you tell us what you want to do.
Just shut up! Let a man think. Put this railing down. Come on!
He's right about one thing. She's going to wake up soon and probably panic.
Will she set him off?
I've got to get some more sedatives into her.
What's all that whispering about?
The doctor's just saying she's got to get some sedatives into Miss O'Grady. She needs a medication.
She doesn't need any.
Listen to her. She's in pain. Now, you say to us you don't want to hurt her.
I don't.
Well, good. Let the doctor go get her medication.
No, you'll get the cops.
Well, she doesn't have to leave the room, mate. She can ring up... What's the nurse Croydon at the pharmacy?
That's right, I can just use the phone.
Stay back.
Ryan, you don't want Lisa to be in pain, do you?
Oh, what are you, crazy? You're going to kill yourself with all this stuff.
Mount Thomas Police, Senior Constable Joel speaking.
Oh, hello, this is Dr. Hamilton. Would you please tell Nurse Croydon that we have an urgent need of
Sedatives for Lisa O'Grady.
Boss, it's Zoe. I think there's trouble at the hospital. Zoe, you've obviously got a problem there. Can you tell me what it is?
No, the patient is having extreme difficulty at the moment.
She can't talk.
See if Nick's still there with her.
Zoe, can you tell me who's there with you?
No, that would be extremely dangerous for the patient.
I'll take that.
Answer yes or no, Zoe. Is this a hostage situation?
Who the hell is this?
It's Nurse Croydon. Can you please tell Dr. Hamilton that the medication
She wants to be up shortly. Hello?
No, he's gone. It sounds like
What?
Ryan Turner. We've got trouble.
Zoe couldn't tell you more?
No.
Do you think we should try and call Nick on the
No,
portable?
it's not a good idea. If Ryan hears this, he's going to send him over the edge. We shouldn't
All
do
right,
that.
Doyle, get on to the hospital, see if you can find out Lisa O'Grady's room number and try ringing that.
Tell the hospital staff to keep clear. I'll get onto the
Cooper
negotiator.
McKinley, get over to the hospital, see if you can secure the area.
Yeah,
up the left
I want to speak to Stella Downer, please. It's urgent. It's Senior Constable Joel from Mount Thomas Police.
You're so clever. What are you going to do now, hey? Hey?
Ryan, let the doctor go. You're in enough trouble. Just let her go, mate. Let her go.
Please, Ryan, would you let me give Lisa her medication?
Oh, so he can try another one of his tricks.
No, just let the doctor go.
Lisa? Lisa, darling? All right, get out of here, both of you. You don't believe what they've been saying, do you, Lisa? About me doing all this to you?
Mr. Turner,
I said get out, both of you! We need to be alone. Get out!
All right.
Get out! Hey?
Nick, you all right?
Yeah, we're fine. We're both fine.
What's going on?
Ryan Turner's got himself handcuffed to Lisa O'Grady in there.
Was there any chance of rushing it?
No, definitely not. She'd put Lisa O'Grady in a wheelchair for the rest of her life.
Look, make sure no one else gets in the room. One other side of the
I was
door.
going to get
Don't
onto
let
the
him see that window,
dispensary and
Dash.
try and organise those sedatives.
I'm going to radio in.
I'm going to get onto the dispensary and organise those sedatives.
What's the point of doing that? He's not going to let you give them to
well,
her.
I've got to try.
So Zoe thinks we've got maybe half an hour before Lisa O'Grady's fully awake.
No, so the negotiator said 45 minutes.
Not enough time, Nick. We need at least 3/4 of an hour.
Look, I'll try and buy some more time, but I don't like a chance.
Yeah, OK, do your best.
Boss, he's not answering. Do you want me to go to the hospital? He might be happy to talk to
Oh,
you.
I don't know. Yeah, all right, good idea.
Oh, it was forensic. Lisa's fall was no accident.
What, sabotage?
Yeah, somebody poured battery acid on the climbing ropes.
No change in there.
Mr. Turner? Mr. Turner?
Go to hell.
Look, Mr. Turner, I've got Lisa's drugs here and I'd really like to come in and give them to her. Mr. Turner, this isn't a trick. I'll just come in by myself, just me, no police.
She doesn't need any drugs. She doesn't need anything. Go away.
I'm going in
No,
there.
you're not. You can't go in there. You can't go in there. It's a controlled situation. You go in there, all hell's going to break loose.
Do you know what's going to happen if she doesn't get this? What are we going to do?
I don't know. We're not going in there.
Any progress?
No, it's hopeless.
You talking to
No,
him?
seriously, this is a head case.
A minute ago.
Have a go if you want.
Mr. Turner?
What exactly is
Ryan?
the guy's problem?
Well, I don't know exactly, but he's extremely unstable.
He's a head case. He thinks he's being persecuted.
Well, he poured battery acid on climbing ropes.
Yeah, but
mate.
he said he didn't do it.
All right, so who else have you got?
What about Richard Campbell?
Well, why would he want to do something like this?
Well, he was giving left home to a kid at the time of the accident. That sounds convenient.
Yeah, but his
doesn't
story checked
it?
out.
Mate, it doesn't matter what I think. We've got to make him think we think he's innocent. We can't talk him down otherwise.
If we had another line of investigation, we'd have something to negotiate with.
Yeah, well, if you can get him to talk at all, it's a good thing.
All right, you call him, Doyle. Come on, mate. Battery acid. Well, there's a case in England a few years back where a bloke threw his climbing gear in the boot of the car next to an old battery. His son took the first climb, fell, was killed.
Was there any chance that your ropes could have...
What, could have come in contact with battery acid? No way.
So somebody tried to hurt, maybe kill Lisa?
Except Lisa wasn't meant to be taking the class.
That's what you're saying.
Well, she was just there helping out. And then that kid got the asthma attack. She doesn't drive, so I...
So the intended victim wasn't Lisa. Someone tried to hurt you.
He's not picking up. Ryan, yeah, it's Maggie Doyle speaking again.
I told you I don't want to talk to you.
I know, I understand that, Ryan, but we're following another line of investigation.
Lisa! Lisa!
Hang on.
Mrs. Campbell, you can't go in.
No, but I'm sister. I've got to go in and stop
Leave it to us, please.
No, Lisa!
Mrs. Campbell, let's
Oh my
move away
God,
from the
what's he
door.
done to
She's
her?
perfectly
Ryan?
okay, all right? We've got the situation under control, but you have to remain calm.
Yeah, don't hang... Hang on.
Mrs. Campbell, you've got a few questions to answer, please.
Oh, God, please, can you do something to help Lisa?
Well, that's up to you. Just come through here. Thanks.
All right, thanks.
I don't know why you're asking me this, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Your sister is in a room with a man who's as good as a lunatic. If she says the wrong thing to him, anything is liable to happen.
Now, she has a broken back because of you. Do you want her to be a quadriplegic?
You're wasting time, Mrs. Campbell.
What a great telemarketing prospect this bloke, is he?
What are you doing? Oh, you didn't see us before. We've seen you now. She's all right. I'm going to get her medication. Yeah, tell the boss that we're going to go in.
Lisa, I love you.
No, get away from me!
Don't do that, Lisa.
Get out of
Lisa,
here.
don't push him away. He's attached himself to you.
I told you people to get out of here.
Oh, no. Everything hurts. What's happened to me?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Lisa, you're in a spinal halo. Everything's going to be all right, but it's extremely important that you don't move at all. Okay?
Ryan, why don't you let us help you?
Help me?
Yeah.
By sending me to prison for something I didn't do.
What about me? Get this bastard away from me.
Ryan. Nobody's going to send you to prison. Promise.
I don't believe you. Just like you didn't believe me.
Ryan, I believe you.
Yeah, right, sure you do. It's another one of your tricks.
No, Ryan, it's no trick. You couldn't have tampered with the climbing ropes, because I did. I used a key of Richard's to get into the equipment shed and pour acid on the ropes. Lisa, I'm so sorry. It was a mistake. I never dreamed you'd get hurt.
Ryan, we're going to be charging Mrs. Campbell. You've got what you wanted. Let Lisa go.
You believe me now, don't you, Lisa?
Yes, Ryan, I believe you.
And we can be together.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Will you give me the key? Where's the key, Ryan? Where is it? That's it. Good. Oh, good. Now, you stay still. Stay still. Yep. Okay. That's it, right. Wait. Okay, there you go. There you go.
I love you, Lisa.
Get out of here, you freak!
Lisa!
You hurt me. I hate you. I hate you. It's all over now.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I've explained the charges to Mrs. Campbell.
Got any complaints about your treatment by the police here today?
What about Dale?
Recklessly causing serious injury and attempted murder are very serious matters.
We'll be applying to have you remanded, Mrs. Campbell. It'll be up to the magistrate.
What about Caitlin?
The child welfare authorities have been notified. She'll be taken care of.
What by Richard? Or my ex-husband?
It's rather a foster home.
Mum,
Sharon,
Oh, you've come to gloat?
don't be ridiculous.
I asked him to bring me, Mum.
I want you to stay away from her.
He didn't do anything.
It's only a matter of time.
Mrs. Campbell, can I have a word with you, please? Just for a moment.
Shall I just sit down for a little while?
Mrs. Campbell, I don't know what brought you here, what exactly happened to you. But I do know you're going to go to trial. And I'm pretty sure you're going to go to jail. So your little daughter, Caitlin, will need someone to look after her.
She needs me.
Mrs. Campbell, you won't be here to look after your daughter.
But if I'm not here to protect her and to teach her to be careful, she's going to end up hurt like...
Like who, Sharon? You?
Look at her. She is so beautiful and so trusting. And you can't trust men. I know. My stepfather abused me for 10 years, and no one taught me to be careful.
She's a lovely little girl, Mrs. Campbell. She's beautiful, you're right. And I can see that you love her very much. And I can't begin to comprehend what exactly it is you've been through. But, Mrs. Campbell, you have hurt the people you love. People who aren't responsible for what's happened to you. And if you go on this way, you're going to lose everything. You're going to lose Caitlin.
I don't know how you did it, Nick. If there was ever a man-hater, then Sharon Campbell was it.
Yeah, but, you know, she's also a mother, so she did what was right by Caitlin.
Yeah, well, she'll be staying with Richard for a while, because Lisa won't be out of hospital anytime soon.
Want me to pull my cracker, huh? Okay.
Hey!
I come with trumps.
Yeah.
Don't last too long, do I? Always say, what is it saying?
Oh, you will marry a tall, handsome stranger.
Oh, yeah?
That's you out.
Maggie, what does yours say?
Strange.
What does Maggie say? Mine's a bit silly.
Hey, don't screw it up. Hang on, it's supposed to be silly. Let's see. It's better to keep a secret than a lover.
We're very... Well, mine says I'm going to be a prisoner in a cracker factory.
You are a cracker factory.
You'll end up charging Ryan.
Yeah, for all the good it'll do. I mean, the man needs a psychiatrist more than he needs to go to jail.
Merry Christmas in July, everybody!
There she is.
There he is.
Richard Campbell.
What?
Richard Campbell, you are in breach of an intervention order. You're coming down the Mount Thomas Police Station to answer some questions. Do you understand?
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Car service this way, thanks.
You going to let me out of these
You
things?
just calm down, sir.
Calm down. You could have broken my back, Sergeant.
We approached Mr. Campbell and he ran, so we pursued him.
I've been thrown on the ground, handcuffed, chucked in the back of a police car for doing what?
You know what you were doing, mate.
Can you try and get this guy to see some reason? Caitlin asked me to meet her.
The intervention order forbids you to have any contact with your stepdaughter.
This way, please, sir.
He was with the girl.
Just as Sharon Campbell told us.
Did he try to resist arrest?
Yeah, I wish you would have tried a bit harder.
Perhaps Dash and I had better conduct the interview.
No, it'll be all right.
Well, just keep your personal feelings out of it, all right?
Fair enough.
Her mother took that order out, not Caitlin.
I know I backed Mrs. Campbell's application. The order was granted, sir, because your wife said you molested your stepdaughter.
She lied.
Really?
I was never charged. She made the whole thing up.
Why'd she do that, sir?
We're getting a divorce. That's what this is all about.
Well, explain it to us, please.
Well, there's some land that she wants to get hold of. Obviously, she thinks if she can ruin my business there, I'll have to hand it over.
What business might that be?
I've developed it as an adventure camp.
What, for children?
Scout groups, school parties, yes.
Can you see, sir, why some people in this town might not be keen to trust their children with you?
But I haven't done anything. She's using the intervention order to try and get leverage. Pulled the same stunt with her first husband.
The point, sir, is the intervention order is current. You breached it by approaching your stepdaughter.
You've got my husband in custody.
Constable Cooper will look after you.
You are?
Sharon Campbell. Not for much longer, thank God.
You'll be receiving a summons, sir.
Are you letting him go?
Caitlin, tell them.
Mr. Campbell says his stepdaughter asked him to meet her.
Well, he's lying. I mean, why would you want to see him after what he's done? Bloody pedophile.
Don't worry, Mrs. Campbell. Your husband's not going to bother you again.
Your husband faces a stiff fine and a possible jail sentence, but until he goes to court, there's nothing I can do.
But this isn't the first time he's been waiting outside school for Caitlin.
Is that right? Caitlin?
Yeah, that's right.
Look, I've explained the seriousness of the situation to your husband, Mrs. Campbell.
So the order isn't worth the paper it's written on.
We'll do everything we can, Mrs. Campbell.
Well, you sound cheerful.
I just got a big dinner booking for Saturday night. The entire dining room, top wine, smoked salmon, roast turkey, Stilton, vintage ports, the works.
Oh, very nice. What's the occasion?
Oh, some business deal between Sharon Campbell and Celia Donald they've got going with a bunch of city blokes. I think Sharon's turning her ex's place into a conference centre.
I just met Sharon. She doesn't strike me as the businesswoman type.
Ah, she's got a keen eye for the main chance, that one. Mind you, I'm surprised Richard sold his uncle's place. Must have needed to.
Yeah, I guess so.
Here's your lunches.
Thanks. Well, the resort idea's been floated before, but it never got very far.
Well, if Sue's involved, there might be something in it. Thank you very much.
The thing is, if Campbell's right about Sharon and his land, it gives her a perfect motive for setting him up.
This guy's guilty. Otherwise, I wouldn't have applied for the order, and the magistrate would never have granted it.
Yeah, but there is something not quite
There's
right.
something not quite right about Campbell. Yes.
But is he a pedophile?
But look, did you see the way he ran when I approached him outside the school? And he's opened up this adventure camp for kids.
I thought he had the gym in town.
No, he sold that. He's opened up this place out in Kitchers Gorge Road.
I'll tell you what, though, it wouldn't be the first time a woman's laid charges of